What's going on, PEL? This is BNOM81 coming to you with some Week 15 predictions. First up, we got the Titans and the Jaguars. And with the Titans being on auto, this will be a big win for the Jaguars. I believe the Jaguars won last week. Let's take a look and see if we can't find the Jaguars without me maybe skipping them. Yeah, they beat the Packers 30-0. And they get the force this week. I believe that's going to get Jeff to 9-5 in this crazy AFC race. So let's first take a look at the AFC South and see where Jeff lies in the AFC South. Okay, so you got the Colts, who are 10-3, and will, as soon as the week advances, they will actually take over the number one seed in the AFC due to the fact that they have the tiebreaker over the Chiefs. So, Colts go to 10-3, number one seed. You got the Texans in there at 9-4, and you got Jeff there 8-5, who knows he's getting his 9th win against Scooby this week. So that gets Jeff to 9-5. So let's see how that looks in the AFC thick of things. You got the Chiefs. First you got the Colts, then you got the Chiefs, then you have looks like the Dolphins. The Dolphins and the Ravens, all at 9-4. The Browns would be wild card at 9-4, and the Texans would be a wild card at 9-4. So we need to definitely look into these games where the Bengals are 8-5, the Texans are 9-4, and the Browns are 9-4. We need to all look and see who they play. We can take a look at the Bills because they're 7-6, so they're still mathematically alive, but are in very bad danger. Okay, let's hop back to it. So good win for Jeff to keep him right there in this crazy AFC. All right, you got the Chiefs and the Bills. Another huge game for the Bills. The Bills are hanging on by a pulse as the Chiefs look to, battle out Indianapolis for that bye. They would need to finish with a better record than Indy, but they still can get that first bye if they keep winning. I think they will. Give me the Chiefs in this game. Let's say 27-21. Next up, we got the Bucs and the Bears. Both of these teams are the playoff, chances are dwindling. I think that the Bears get a force last week. Let's see. Let's find. Oh yeah, they're getting the force. So that gets him to 6-7. So he's not completely dead, but both these teams are kind of out of it. But give me the Bears in this game over Wildebeest, and a good one actually. Let's say 27-8 or 21-18 Bears. Huge game in the AFC North. Ravens versus Bengals. This one's critical for every single reason. Division, wild card. This would be a big win for the Ravens to get that 10th win, and a huge win for the Bengals to get that 9th win. So let's take a look. This is a big time game. This is some of that under the light stuff. When who plays better when the lights are the brightest. Let's start in the AFC North. And as you can see, the Ravens are on top at 9-4 because they have the head-to-head tiebreaker over Tristan. I believe both these games are actually force wins for the Ravens over the Browns. The Bengals have they have the first win over the Ravens and got swept by the Browns. So the Bengals need this thing to be a three-way tie and come down to division record. Let's see what their division record is. Division wins. 4 wins for the Ravens could pretty much lock this thing up with a win, and the Ravens could get to 4-2, and then the Browns could end up 4-2. This is kind of a huge game for the Bengals, especially. But since the Bengals got the first one, I think I'll take the Ravens in this one. So give me the Ravens in this game on the road. Let's say 24-21, and a win for the Ravens. Next up, we got the Browns hanging in there in that AFC that we just looked at, hanging there in that wild card race as the Giants run away with the NFC East. This is going to be a good game. This game has history too. This is an old NFC North battle between the Bears and the Vikings when Tristan was the Vikings and he had Cordavius Blackshear and that Whiteside, and he made Paxton Lynch the greatest Madden quarterback to ever live. And you have the Giants, who Kyle just keeps on keeping on. Kyle done a great job of building that roster and getting the Giants right. So this is a big game. I think the Browns need it more. Browns are a little more desperate than Kyle is. So give me the Browns on the road. Give me the Browns a 31-28 field goal by Tristan at the gun game with a big reception for Tony Flash in the clutch to give him the win. Next up, we got the Jets and the Dolphins. As the Dolphins look to salt away that AFC East that was so crazy a couple weeks ago, he's kind of taking control, and if he gets this win, it'll be win number 10. So give me the Dolphins in this game. Let's say, I don't know, I think I just said the score, but I don't remember what it was. So we'll say 27-17. Next up, we got the Saints and the Packers. Saints just won a game, I think, against Blake 9-6 in a really tough defensive battle. Let's see here. So yeah, Saints Raiders. Look at that, 9-6. Old defensive struggle win for Reggie, and I told y'all that was going to be a tough game since they played each other like a million times. So give me the Saints in this game over the Packers. Is it the Packers, struggle, and as the Saints look to lock into that, second wild card slot? We'll take a look at that. Give me the Saints 27-13. So let's look at the NFC wild card. Involves a few teams, including myself and Cody, I believe. So you got the Rams at 12-0. You got the Giants at 10-2. You got the Seahawks on having that first wild card on complete lockdown. You have the Panthers, who pretty much own the South, so they'll be the 3 seed, and you have the Vikings down here who are in control of the NFC North. So that leaves the Saints into that second wild card. I'm going to get the Force over Deontay this week. That gets me to 8-6, and you have Cody down here at 7-6, and even the Bears at 6-7 because he's getting the Force over Scooby. So those are your wild card teams. The Redskins gave up a Force to the Giants, so I guess they're mailing it in for this particular season and looking to the off season and the draft. So these are your wild card teams that, in contention. You have the Bears, who are on the outside looking in. The Cardinals are on the outside looking in. The Falcons, that's myself, on the outside looking in because I lost head-to-head to Reggie. So Reggie, gets to 8-5. And then you have the Seahawks, who have locked up that first one pretty much. So all right, let's see. League schedule here. Always forget to switch that. So where were we? Oh yeah, Saints over the Packers, and then you got the Panthers getting the Force. I think this clinches the NFC South for him. And you have the Patriots and the Cardinals, and the Patriots are going on auto. Don't know what has happened to the Patriots. He's become unreachable. Don't know why, but Patriots, if you're out there, we'd love to hear from you and know why you haven't been responding, and let us know if you want to go on auto. We'll put you on auto. All right, so next up we got and that's a big win for the Cardinals, by the way. He's going to get the Force, and that gets him his 8th win as he stays alive in that wild card hunt. Next up, you got the Eagles and the Seahawks. And like I said, the Seahawks got the second wild card down on lockdown. Just they're gonna be the 5. Next up, you got the Falcons and the Rams. Myself versus Ramon, better known as Bugatti, and Bugatti is undefeated. And my only hope in this game is that Madden hates undefeated players. But give me the Rams in this one. Let's say 24-20. Give me the Rams. Next up, we have the Steelers and the Colts. As the Colts should cruise in this one as they head towards that number 1 seed and home field advantage throughout the playoffs. Give me the Colts in this one at, let's say, 34-14. Next up, you got the Raiders and the Broncos, as both these teams play out the string here. Raiders, give me the Raiders over the Broncos. Let's say in a relatively low-scoring game. Both these teams have been struggling on offense. We'll say 13-10. Next up, we got the Vikings and the Texans. Y'all know that I really never pick against Levi, so give me Levi in this one. Let's say 27-20. And a good big win for the Texans as they try to keep their wild card hopes alive. Next up, we got the Cowboys and the Redskins, and the rights of the Redskins gave up the force to Kyle last week, so I'm not sure if they're going to play. So give me Lee in this game. We know Lee plays it out, plays hard every single week. So let's say Cowboys in this one. If they play, 24-14. If not, they'll get the force. And last but certainly not least, we got the Lions, who's still busy at work. I think he'll be back in the offseason. So give me Eric in this game with the force. And guys, that is Week 15 predictions. And as the playoff picture cleans up, it should clear up a little more this week, especially with some of these games that we talked about, like the Falcons and the Rams. And then we have, the Cardinals getting the force over the Patriots, so keep them in it. Saints and the Packers, big game. Let's see. Browns Giants definitely affecting the Browns. This Ravens Bengal game has to be the oh my god game of the week, as it has big potential in the wild card and in the AFC North. The Bears look to hang in. The Chiefs zone in on that second seed, and the Jaguars getting a big force to get that all-important 9th win to get him, right there in that wild card. So, all right, guys, that is Week 15 predictions, and as a look into the playoff race and another 12-plus minute video. So, anyway, guys, I will catch you later.